Hello, Mayor.
Oh, good morning.
Come on in, have a seat.
All right. Welcome back to Murfreesboro. I had a rendezvous here with my friends at Pastime Barbershop to get my hair cut. I know that's something with COVID that we've all been thankful for, that we can get our hair cut. So that's a bonus this morning. You know, we don't want to forget with COVID and all the things that we've all been dealing with that the reason that this is happening is to be able to support all of those people who've not been able to share their art and share their craft over the last many months. We're proud that this is something that we get to showcase, that we get to show you a little bit about Rutherford County, a lot about Murfreesboro, and also we're blessed to be able to have with our musicians and our artists. So get to watch our second installment of Roots Rendezvous. One of the things that you can't forget with the people who've not able to share their music, that means that they also haven't been able to perform in public. So we want to make sure that you take the time, if you can, to click on the link, support your artists, support the music here in Rutherford County, support the music here in Murfreesboro, and for that matter, support the music in this entire country. These people keep us dancing, keep us smiling, and they also keep us moving forward. It's my distinct pleasure now to turn it over to your MC for Roots Rendezvous, our friend, no stranger to the music industry and no stranger to Tennessee, Marcia Campbell. So enjoy, sit back and relax. Thank you for coming to Murfreesboro.
Thank you, Mayor McFarland. I'm Marcia Campbell, and it's an honor to be with you today. We are broadcasting on the outskirts of the country music capital of the world, Nashville, Tennessee. We are live at Pastime Barbershop and Pool Hall in historic Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We hope this online festival will be medicine for the soul. We hope you are happy, healthy, and safe. 2020 has been filled with uncertainty, caution, isolation, connection, frustration, fear, and loss. We also hope that during this time, you have found time with your family and loved ones of blessing. Gloria Christie, President, and Ben Wilson, Executive Producer of Uncle Dave Makin' Days and co-producers of Roots Rendezvous, wish we could all be together in a live music festival setting. And believe me, we are eager and looking forward to being with you again real soon. We value your health, safety, and friendship. We value our sponsors for trusting and believing in us by helping our mission with fundraising for our performers today. Thank you to Roots Rendezvous sponsors Rutherford County, Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation, Old South Properties, Puckett's Grocery and Restaurant, Main Street, Murfreesboro Downtown, Shacklett's Photography, producers of the introduction video of Roots Rendezvous, Woodfin's Funeral Chapels, City Tile, and Pastime Barbershop and Pool Hall. We'll tell you more about our sponsors during the show. We believe this is an opportunity with amazing technology platforms of today and the passion and love for music from all of our team members. Roots Rendezvous will be historic, and we worked really hard to make it special. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for donating and supporting our performers. We would like to interact and recognize you, so please leave a comment of where you're watching. We also have giveaways. That's right, you can be a winner. All you have to do is like and share our social media pages, and the winners will be announced at the end of the show. In the spirit of Uncle Dave Makin', let's have fun today. Coming up, a performance from #1 hitmakers and multi-award winning group of musicians and singers from Western North Carolina. They adopted the name of a majestic range of mountains that surround part of their home county of Haywood, North Carolina, where the Great Smoky Mountains meet the Blue Ridge, the Great Balsam Range. We'll visit with Buddy Melton of Balsam Range coming up, but first, let's hear them play.
Ready, boys? 1, 2, 3, go. the sun in Chicago, it won't ask me why. I ran away from Memphis and I'm glad I did die. There's a moon over Memphis, looking down on what I've done. It's shining through the smoke from the barrel of my gun. That moon over Memphis, hanging like a jug. That moon over Memphis is hanging like a jug. Lord, it sure no mercy on a man who held a grudge. And the stars up in heaven will never see my face, for what I did in Memphis can never be erased. There's a moon over Memphis, looking down on what I've done. It's shining through the smoke from the barrel of my gun. There's a moon over Memphis, looking down on what I've done. There's a moon over Memphis, looking down on what I've done. And it's shining through the smoke from the barrel of my gun. There's a moon over Memphis. There's a moon over Memphis. There's a moon over Memphis, looking down on what I've done.
An award-winning band out of North Carolina, Balsam Range. We are so excited to visit with Buddy Melton. Hello, friend.
Hey, good to be here.
Happy quarantine, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we make the best of it.
It looks like you're making the best of it. Now, I am broadcasting from Kingston Springs, outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Where are you broadcasting from?
I'm actually at Amelia Island, on the right below Savannah, Georgia.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. I love that serenity. So how have you been staying busy other than at the beach?
We've been busy as a band. We've trying to be productive and stay productive, and we've been in the studio recording new material. Excited about having some new stuff to when we do get out and see folks. We got some new material to play, and we've been releasing some singles and working on some whole projects. We basically got a whole project finished. So that's been the bulk of what we as a band's been doing. We've been trying to get creative recently about participating in more virtual things. I guess the reality is the writing's on the wall. We're not going to get out much this year, and so we're trying to get creative and connect with our fans on any way we can. And so we'll be looking for some more Balsam Range stuff coming virtually as well as we can.
That's wonderful. Just like today, this online festival with Roots Rendezvous. Now, with the band being busy and releasing singles, working on new music, we want to stay up to date and follow along. What's the best way we can stay up to date and know when that music's released?
Well, all the social outlets and Facebooks and our website, balsamrange.com, and we're always posting and trying to keep everybody up to speed as to what the next thing's coming and new things coming. And we got The Richest Man has been out for a while. It's been doing really well. We've got a couple of new songs. We're getting some promotional stuff together to release. So excited about the next one to come out. It's got a powerful message, and I think it's a message that we all can appreciate in this day and time. So I'm excited for folks to hear it.
Let's talk about some of those words of encouragement for your friends and fans, because some days are really hard or a struggle. We see COVID-19 numbers and the fear and the struggle, and we just want to, you said you actually got away for a few days, and took in the beach and
yeah, I mean, it's different times. We brought everything we had so that when we got our location, we didn't have to go out again. We've not gone to a single store or a single restaurant. We just brought everything, the kitchen sink from the house, but just needed to get away and share some time with the friends and family that it's stressful when you get to thinking about it. But I have to say that if you look back through times in history, our country has seen hard times, and the world's seen hard times. Other generations have seen harder times potentially, and so we got through that together, and I think we'll get through this together if we start with just those around us providing some encouragement and support, and I think that'll grow into combining everyone's efforts and just being together. You can overcome stuff. You got supporting each other is a big part of it, and music's always been a big part of people's lives. I think it provides a really in times of struggle. A lot of times we will migrate to some music that helps lift us up and keeps our mind off of it. And so we really appreciate folks like you all doing this to get our fans connected and connecting people with music. And I think it's a big part of people's lives and will always be.
Thank you very much. Those we're looking forward to the next project with the great music and a great message as well. Also, what are you doing in your personal life? The band's real busy and you're staying busy there. What are you doing in your personal life to stay?
I've got more done in the last 4 or 5 months than I have in 4 or 5 years around on the farm. We got so busy touring that I was letting a lot of things go. And so there's, for anything good come from it, it's being able to reconnect and on the property and the family and getting a lot of projects done. I'm about project out, but I've got a lot achieved, a lot of fences to mend and so on and so forth. But just staying busy and trying to be positive through all this and see, take the opportunity to as challenging and frustrating as it is, there's an opportunity to slow down a little bit and reconnect in other things. And so, I hope that everybody can find some positive in their lives at this time. And we certainly, Balsam Range certainly wishes everyone health and happiness in the upcoming months. And we can't wait to get back on the road and share some time with our friends again. But until then, we're grateful to have opportunities like this to connect with everybody.
Well, thank you for taking time away from your vacation to visit with us. You're going to be performing for us today. Tell us who we're going to see on screen and who's members of the award-winning band, Balsam Range.
Well, we're blessed. We have the same 5 guys that started this venture over 13 years ago, coming up on 14 years. We've stayed together, and we all live in Haywood County, North Carolina. So I guess it'd be awkward if one of us left because we see each other and our families are all connected. So, but we got Mark Pruitt on the banjo. We have Darren Nicholson on the mandolin, Caleb Smith on guitar, and Tim Surratt on bass, and myself playing fiddle. And Tim and I switch back and forth, and we all do some singing. So the same 5 guys, Balsam Range, for 14 years.
With an aching back, blood, tears, and sweat, blue-collar dreams keep me in debt. intentions withered on the vine. Well, hustling for nickels, but I can't save a dime. I try to walk that straight and narrow line. I need a small vacation, but I ain't got the time. Bright and early, I'll be back to the grind. With an aching back, blood, tears, and sweat. Blue-collar dreams keep me in debt. Can't tell you why I don't leave this old one-horse town behind. My good intentions withered on the vine. Ain't the way things ought to be, and hard times they seem to never end. Well, now yesterday the groceries, today I'll pay the rent. But by Friday all my money will be spent. With an aching back, blood, tears, and sweat. Blue-collar dreams keep me in debt. Can't tell you why I don't leave this old one-horse town behind. My good intentions withered on the vine. Sweat, blue-collar dreams keep me in debt. Can't tell you why I don't leave this old one-horse town behind. My good intentions withered on the vine. I'll kick the can a little further down the line. My good intentions withered on the vine.
Congratulations, 14 years. That is success in itself right there. Plus, along with all the awards the band has accumulated throughout the years. And congratulations to you as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We've been grateful, I'm thankful for all the opportunities. And, we didn't start this adventure thinking we would ever get much outside of Haywood County, which is why we chose the name Balsam Range. It's the mountain range that surrounds our county. It takes the Blue Ridge Parkway, where the Blue Ridge Parkway meets the Great Smokies. That's where we live, and that's the range of mountains that kind of surrounds the backbone of our area. And we didn't think we'd get much farther than that, but we're grateful to have the opportunity, and we've been blessed with great experiences. And so just looking forward to getting past this and continuing the journey.
You have fans around the world watching today. So thank you again. Find out more information, balsamrange.com. Follow on all the social media platforms as well. And let's enjoy music from Balsam Range on Roots Rendezvous. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Everybody take care. Stay healthy.
Amen.
Here's to the trains I missed, the loves I lost, the bridges I burned, the rivers I never crossed. Here's to the call I didn't hear, signs I didn't heed, the roads I couldn't take, the map that I just wouldn't read. It's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. there's stones I didn't throw, and hearts I didn't break, and a little hope I held on to with a silver shining thread of faith. It's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I miss. Here's to the place I found, the love I know, the earth and the sky that I call home. And here's to the things I believe, bigger than me. In the moment I find myself right where I'm supposed to be. It's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Yeah, it's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the train.
There we go. We're all experiencing new things this year.
That's it. It's a different kind of busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. Send in my love to you and enjoy your family and enjoy the beautiful
All
sunset
right.
tonight.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
See
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Old South Properties is making it easier than ever for you to own a new home. Our online sales counselors are available to assist you with over 20 Middle Tennessee communities to choose from. Pay only $1,000 total closing cost using our preferred lender with zero down financing. Available for first-time buyers. Call 615-219-5644 or visit online oldsouth.com. Roots Rendezvous is live and on location at Pastime Barbershop and Pool Hall in beautiful and historic Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I'm your host, Marcia Campbell. Hello to my friend Betty Copley watching from Nashville, Tennessee. Sean Malone is watching in Philadelphia, and we are worldwide. Hello to Detmar. He is watching in Germany. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. Hey, you can be a winner coming up. All you have to do is share our social media page, and the winners will be announced at the end of the show. And coming up on Roots Rendezvous, we have interviews and performances from the Isaacs and Rhonda Vincent. Here to tell us about this very special place are the owners, Jimmy and Tony Lester. Tell us about this very special place. And oh, it's so fun. It takes you back in time when you walk through the front door.
It is a very special place for me because I've been coming here all my life. It started when I was about 13, 14 years old. Had some gentlemen friends of mine that taught me how to play this game of snooker. So since the fact that I've been coming in here since I was 13 or 14, I thought it would be good to own the place. So when I got to about 41 years old, I met Tony, my wife, and we were married in '97, the same year that we actually bought the barbershop in Pool Hall. It is very special to us. It's been great for us throughout all these years, and it's a good place for us to spend our time. And we spend our time together at home, at the barbershop, and whatever we do, we're always together. So it's very special to us.
And Tony has been very busy today before shooting because customers are walking in and getting haircuts. So we are live and on location today. So thank you again for taking time to sit down
Yeah, thank you.
and share this beautiful place with us. There is so much history. You've been here over 100 years with this building. Tell us the connection with the gangster Al Capone.
Al Capone, it was, I guess there's no concrete evidence pertaining to any history book or anything pertaining to the internet that Al Capone actually went anywhere, you know, with the exception of going from Chicago to Florida where he had his vacation homes. Now, I've heard over the years, since I wasn't here in 1928, that Murfreesboro is known as Little Chicago, due to the fact that Al Capone used to stop here on his way to Florida, and he would come to this pool hall here because there was a speakeasy up above us, and that speakeasy contained a lot of gamblers. And from what I understood, Al Capone loved to gamble, so he would go up there, do his gambling business with several of the patrons here in Murfreesboro, and Mr. Edwards, who was one of the barbers here, he told us a lot about what Al Capone would do. And of course, he was maybe 14, 15 years old, but he had heard that Al Capone had been coming in here, along with another pool player of mine. They're both passed away now, of course, because they would be well over 100 years old. And they told us the kind of car Al Capone would drive would be a two-tone Cadillac. He was always dressed up in a really nice suit. And they would actually furnish sandwiches for Al Capone while he was gambling upstairs. And so there's a good connection with the fact that it's probably where we got that name, Little Chicago. Murfreesboro is known for that. And there'll be several people around Murfreesboro would probably back that story up.
Not only are you connected to the gangster, Al Capone,
Right.
you're also connected with country music and the movies.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the connection with Sweet Dreams.
Oh, Sweet Dreams was a movie that was a part of the movie itself was filmed inside this pool hall.
Back here?
Back here. It's a segment where Ed Harris, who portrayed as Patsy Cline's husband, walked from the back to the pool hall through to the barbershop. And of course, it wasn't very long, maybe 45 or 50-second segment in the film itself, but it was filmed in 1985. Even two of the barbers that worked here at the time are actually in that film, and that would be James Maxwell and Don Matthews, right. And they're actually in that movie. It was a pretty good time.
Oh, absolutely. For a country music fan.
Right.
And of course, a fan of the movie, it's really nice to be inside where some of the action actually took place.
Yeah, the actors, actually Ed Harris and Jessica Lange, I think, played Patsy Cline.
So be sure and check out the movie, Sweet Dreams, and
Sweet
you'll
Dreams.
see right here.
Right.
So where did the name Pastime come from?
That was always been the name. Now, how it originated, I don't have the faintest idea. But it seemed like a pretty good place to come and pass some time away.
Absolutely. That's a
what we
great
did.
answer. Absolutely.
And we just kept it like that. We actually have the old pastime sign hanging above our little cul-de-sac there that was put in, that was probably in the 40s and 50s. It's probably not the original sign, but we thought we'd save it. We didn't want to get rid of it, and so we put us another new sign out front. It says the same thing, though, Pastime Barbershop.
History continues, and you're carrying on the legacy.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit of history about the mink slide.
Well, J.B. Arnett was an older gentleman. Man, I just no telling how old Mr. Arnett would be now, but he wrote a book pertaining to the Murfreesboro. It's on the south side of the square on Maple Street. And Mink Slide would go from Holden's Hardware all the way down to Vine Street. And it was called Mink Slide because back in the 1800s, they would be fur traders. And this is where everybody would meet. They'd meet at the corner of Maple Street and Vine Street, and that's where they done all the fur trading. There'd be a lot of activities going on that weekend. I mean, there'd be vendors. Well, that's what we call them now. What they call them vendors back then, who knows what they called them back then. Probably a lot of scallywags. But anyway, the people would get together here on the square. And matter of fact, in the book, it's called Mink Slide, that was published by or written by C.B. Arnett. My uncle was actually named in that book. His name was Carney Hanley, and he would set up a wagon just on the vacant lot, which is not a vacant lot now, but back then he would set up a wagon with barbecue sandwiches and hamburgers and hot dogs, and he would sell them. I think it's about a nickel a piece, maybe. I think for a nickel a piece, you could probably buy a hamburger and a Coke then. But now he made a good living doing that. And also there was some people from New Orleans that used to come up here. He was called the Medicine Man.
Oh.
And he would set up in that same vacant lot, and he would sell medicine. He got run off quite a bit, though, from what I understood. His medicine wasn't
Wasn't
quite
100 proof, right?
No, it wasn't quite. It was probably more than 100 proof. And so
Snake oil.
If they had a problem, they probably forgot about it. So.
Well,
Right.
with this being in the community, right on the square in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, you work and do a lot of great things with the community. What are some of your favorite celebrations?
Halloween, that is definitely the biggest celebration on the square. We get thousands of kids, between 3 and 6, that come and trick or treat up here.
Tell us more about decorating. I know, I
yeah.
hear
I let my
you
wife.
love
I
to
let my wife
decorate.
take care of that because
Yeah.
she's the decorator. I'm
Yeah.
not much of a decorator.
Well, we all try to dress up.
I'm a
if-
watcher.
Yeah, he watches or hands out the candy. But no, a lot of times I've had it where kids were scared to come in here because I kind of made it a little too scary. But now I've kind of toned it down to fun looking, inviting to even the little children. But no, I have a fun time with it.
And
And I know all the parents and the children love it.
That's wonderful. And it's again, community.
Yeah.
And you're offering a safe place for
Right.
them to come and enjoy a wonderful celebration for Halloween. So
Right.
thank you. Thank you for doing that for
She
the
loves-
community
she
and our
loves to
kids.
decorate.
Also,
I was hoping she'd decorate me sometime.
I think I hear they've been trying to get you to dress
That's
up,
right.
and
Yes.
you're the watcher.
That's right. I'm the watcher.
Watcher.
That's right.
So also, I hear that you're doing some great work as well with the community and for kids with the Wish Foundation.
Right. Yeah, we like to contribute to the Wish Foundation. We think every kid deserves. There's a lot of things that, I'm almost 65 years old, and I still believe that everybody deserves an opportunity. And whenever I've invested my life in doing certain things, certain good things, and I really believe that God pays you back by the good that you do for the community. It's a payback that He takes care of you. And but we have also gave to the people that even in other countries where they don't have enough food to eat, and a lot of that doesn't make any sense to me. There's nobody that deserves not having food or having a house over their head or having medical attention or education. Nobody deserves that. So we try to help those kind of people.
We appreciate your your giving and loving and caring heart.
And my wife has recently, for the past 6 months, she has been giving to the American Indians. She's fascinated. She's always been fascinated by the Indians, and you know how the Indians they love praising animals. And I think my wife thinks at one time she was a tiger, and so she believes these Indian tales when they tell her that.
Well, and I believe whatever you have to say. Tony, you want to tell us a little bit more about that with your work?
Yeah, she likes. I think she's a cat of some kind.
He's teasing.
Well, the fun times continue here.
Right.
You all inspire us to be better people and help our community. And thank you for doing your part as well. We're wearing our mask and we care about you, so do your part as well. And
Right.
loving and caring for others by wearing your mask. And I just want to say again, thanks to Jimmy and Tony for having us and hosting. We've almost interrupted your whole day, but it has been
that's
so
all right.
welcoming and so much fun to be a part of Pastime.
Thank you very much.
you.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Be sure to stop in for a cut, a shave, fellowship, and fun. Thanks again to Jimmy and Tony for having us here at Pastime Barbershop and Pool Hall on Roots Rendezvous.
Good job, Boo-Boo.
We were listening. You guys were
Woodfin's Funeral Chapels, a fifth-generation family-owned funeral home, proudly serving Rutherford and surrounding counties for over 120 years. We have 2 modern locations convenient to you, both with formal chapels, spacious visitation rooms, and fully stocked facilities. Most of us plan ahead in life. Take the time and steps to plan your own arrangements. Don't leave the responsibility to a loved one who will be guessing at what you want or would like. Our planning options fit a variety of needs. We adhere to the highest ethical standards of family service. For more information, visit woodfinchapel.com. I'm Marcia Campbell with 2018 Heritage Award recipient for Uncle Dave Macon Days, Miss Lily Isaac, and her beautiful daughter. Let me say talented daughter, Sonia Isaac, of the Isaacs, visiting with us today. So welcome in.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
We have been a different busy due to quarantine and COVID-19. I've been following your social media pages and your YouTube. So right now, if you don't know, go to the Isaacs YouTube page and subscribe, and also turn on the notifications, because I've been following you all in the studio. You're working on a new project.
Yes, we are.
Let's start there with how staying busy with keeping music alive at home.
Well, you know, first of all, we've all experienced what this coronavirus pandemic has done to in the music industry a lot. You know, people have been affected. This just trickles all the way down to, you know, bus companies and, you know, publishers and booking agencies and everybody.
Artists.
I mean, even reporters and the Opry, and we've all been affected by this. And so this is the first time in our lives, Marcia, that we have ever been home more than 3 weeks in a row.
Now it'd be 6 months.
I mean, it's been a much needed rest. And, you know, aside from all the scariness of it and the uncertainty of it, it's been a nice welcome rest for all of us, because we have worked ourselves to death for 50 years for Mom, because the Isaacs started about 50 years ago. So coming up, this will be our 50th year since Mom and Dad started this group. 2021. So it's kind of a neat thing. But like you, I mean, we've managed to stay busy in other ways, and we've had to get creative. And you know, so we started doing a lot of live Facebook concerts every week, And
The family campfires or the picking outside.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
Brawl.
the volleyball.
Volleyball.
People really know us better now than they would have if we'd have been on the road for 100 days.
And
this
she reminded
year.
me we need to do another one. We haven't done
Yeah.
a family brawl in a while.
Volleyball.
And it's that different, being creative and telling our stories and how we express ourselves, or getting those songs out to our friends and our fans. And just like this, I'm so thankful for the technology that we have.
Yeah.
I need connection.
Me too.
I need, and Lily and I were talking a little bit earlier, it's like, I need to feel love and I need to give love. And I'm just having to find a new way to do that. And so I'm very thankful. Even today, we get to be here, even though, but I can see your eyes. I can see your
I know.
smile. But even with you, with your family and the laughter and the joy that we get to witness, whether you're playing music or in the studio, working out all the details. I know someone said, "Oh, this can be so boring." Working
Yeah,
all the
studio.
details out. For someone like me, that I'm a fan of the creation of music and all aspects of it, it's like that boring stuff is really cool, and those are the silver linings and the golden nuggets are found.
There's a lot of people talking about people, looking down on everybody, acting like they're sitting on a steeple, keeping all their own faults locked up in a big hole, forgetting that God don't need a commendation to see it all. Raise your hand if you
So another thing that we did during this time is we decided to make a record. And so we went on social media. We have a lot of friends out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I mean, hundreds of thousands. And so we threw it out there. We're like, if we make a record, we feel like we need to do one called Songs for the Times. And we really want to encourage people with these songs and, you know, give them something new to listen to. If they need to get out in their car and take a drive, something new to hear from the Isaacs. And, you know, I've always said from the beginning of this pandemic, like, you don't have to sit at home and twiddle your thumbs and be glued to the TV. Like, use what God gave you. And for us, he gave us talent to write and sing songs and to entertain and to uplift people. And so I said, well, we got to do that. We got to do what I'm preaching. And so we decided to make a record. So we invited everybody on social media and the Isaacs fans to submit songs that they think would be good for this type of record. And we got hundreds and hundreds of songs and thousands of song suggestions. And it was a lot of fun reading them. And we sat and we just practiced and worked on some of them and ruled some out and, you know, put some in the keeper pile. And then also during this time of quarantining, we wrote some songs. And so we have 3 original songs on the album that are very appropriate for the times that we're in. And so they made it to the record. But we got to, we went in the studio and we did, we were live on the Isaacs YouTube channel.
Like 10 hours a day.
And Facebook from start to finish. And people are like, wow, you're still there. They would log in the morning and watch for like, you know, an hour, and then they'd have to go do something, go to work and come home, and then check back in at dinner time. We're still singing, come back at 10 o'clock at night. We're still singing. And that was surprising to a lot of people.
The process of building an album is what was fascinating, because we took them in the control room, and in each of the sectioned off places in the studio where the musicians would be, and how we build on that with the vocals. So it was quite a neat experience. And, you know, we just told them for a suggested donation, you can be part of this and get an autographed copy of this CD. And it was like thousands of people replied. It was so much fun doing
We were able to actually fund the record and pay for it from the people that responded and ordered the CD and all that stuff. So it was really kind of an internal GoFundMe thing and they get an autographed CD. It's like in the next month or so, as soon as we get them back from the distribution plant. But it was really neat too. I mean, you really put yourself out there. You make yourself vulnerable, because when you're in the studio, a lot of people don't realize that you can fix a line or a word, you know. And so a lot of people were like, oh, they sang that song like 12 times. And so, you know, that was a different part for this recording thing. You know, this live session was let's just being real and transparent, letting people see, yeah, you're not perfect, and you may have to sing a line, you know, 10 times to get it right. And
some of the comments were funny though. They say, you did it now, you did it now, do it again. I mean, they're like interactive, you know.
Use that one.
It was so cute because people were just like with us.
And you also gave them the power to be a critic or to be your cheerleader, either way.
We read a lot of the comments.
Yes,
and it was really fun.
They were. And we all were in our control rooms, and we all had our cell phones or iPads watching the live stream. And so we're reading all these comments as they're going down. And, you know, some people had no business telling you what to do, but they felt they were having fun. You're like, cool, yeah, thank you so much, you know. But it was just really fun. And especially when it got late at like, you know, 9, 10 o'clock and you've been there all day, having the people there with you was just really fun and a neat experience for us as well. So we
and
really
I think it's still available on our YouTube channel.
They can go back and watch it.
Yes. It's there, and it's so fun. And like you said, just educating music lovers that, you know, sit in the front row at the festival, but you actually took them behind the scenes into the studio. So thank you for that, because
it was fun. Thank you.
I was on the other side of the phone, and you were walking down the hall, or you had actually different camera angles.
We did. We had 4 cameras up.
I want to encourage everybody to go check that out. So for all of our listeners today, go visit and subscribe the Isaacs YouTube
and order the CD on our theisaacs.com. They can order a pre-order copy. Hey everybody, it's the Isaacs here. We're so excited to be coming to you virtually. We'll take whatever we can get these days, and we're so happy to be a part of this program today. That's a song that Becky and I wrote, believe it or not, during the last election, so might be a good time to bring that one back around. But anyway, we really are happy to be coming to you via the internet right now. And so, Mom, we really love this festival.
We do.
And you have been honored in a great way.
I was.
Last time we were there.
That's
in
right.
concert.
Last time we were there, it rained so hard that they had to reschedule for this year. Obviously, we're doing this year, but I am so honored because I am the Heritage Award winner 2018 for the Uncle Dave Macon Days Festival. So thank you so much. This has been going on for 43 years now.
Wow.
So I'm honored to be a part of this festival. Thank you guys so much. We love you, appreciate you.
This is her new pillow. She
That's my
sleeps
new
on
pillow.
it
I
every
sleep on
single
it.
night.
I was going to wear it as a
Very
necklace, but
proud
it's a
of
little
it.
bit heavy.
It would be a nice necklace.
So we're going to do a song right now that is over 200 years old. And my mother and father-in-law used to sing this in the mountains of Kentucky. We brought it back to life after many, many years of singing it. And I hope you enjoy this beautiful song. Is not this the land of Beulah? I am dwelling on the mountain where the golden sunlight gleams, o'er a land whose wondrous beauty far exceeds my fondest dreams, where the air is pure ethereal, laden with the breath of flowers. They are blooming by the fountain, neath the amaranthine boughs. I can see far down the mountain where I've wandered weary years, often hindered on my journey by the ghost of doubts and fears, broken vows and disappointments, thickly sprinkled all the way. But the Spirit led undaring to the land I hope today. Is not this the land of Beulah? Blessed, blessed, blessed Lord, where the flowers bloom forever and the sun is always bright. Tell me not of heavy crosses, nor of burdens hard to bear, for I found this great salvation. It makes each burden light appear, and I love to follow Jesus, gladly counting all but dross, worldly honors all forsaken, for the glory of the cross.
this to be true. When I'm in the way so narrow, I can see a pathway through. Oh, and how sweetly Jesus whispers, take thy cross, thou needst not fear, for I trod the way before, and the lonely lingers near. What is not this the land of Beulah? Blessed, blessed, blessed land of life, where the flowers bloom forever and the sun is always
While we're at theisaacs.com, I want to ask Lily, what is that feeling when you get an introduction and author by your name? I mean,
Well-
you've lived with that title for a while now, and you've already started a second book.
Yeah.
But what does that feel like?
Well, I mean, it kind of feels kind of surreal because I guess I've dreamed about writing a book for many years because of my story, and I've shared my story openly everywhere I've gone. And so I don't know. I mean, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do it, although it took me 7 years to write the first book and get it finished. But I mean, it was just, you know, I love the fact that I can be transparent. Because I think transparency is the only way that you connect with people that are hurting. You know, if you've been there and felt it, it's like you can connect with someone. And I just shared my stories in my lifetime, what it was like growing up with parents that were Holocaust survivors. And I don't remember coming to America. I was 2 years old, but I remember becoming an American citizen when I was 9 with my parents, and how my parents struggled through life to give me the best they could. And, you know, to be where I am today from all of that and have a family of my own that's so talented. You know, I kind of never orchestrated my life. Never in a million years could I have orchestrated my life from then to now. So
I'm sorry I get emotional because
I'm sorry.
I with reading the book, and if you haven't read Miss Lily's book, then please do. Don't cry out loud.
Thank you.
You are such an inspiration, and your story speaks volumes. And when I watch your music, or when I watch you lead your family in this band, we're talking about almost 50 years, surviving and standing in your faith, and that comes through in your music. But to see you also as a mother and a friend, a sister as well, you know, that the book was so very powerful, and I thank you for having the courage to share it.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful that you took time to read it. Thank you.
It's encouraging, and I think that is there's hope. So if anyone hasn't read, we all need a little hope right now.
That's right.
Yes.
We sure do.
She's had 9 lives, it seems.
Almost. I
From,
mean,
you know,
oh,
for the
God.
things she survived as a child, just, you know, with her father being an alcoholic, and, you know, the fact that her parents were immigrants from being Holocaust survivors. I mean, they could have starved to death any day, starting over in a new world and working hard, living the American dream. And then, you know, and then her surviving cancer, and, you know, so many other things. The Lord just had his hand on her life And so it is an amazing story. And I have to give you a plug, Moms. How can they order your book, or can they download it, or what?
TheIsaacs.com.
Is it on the Isaacs.com?
Yeah, and it goes to my page. Yes, they can order it, or Amazon. But I am writing another one, just a little secret. It may take a year to come out, but I'll tell you the title. I know that.
You heard it here first.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
A wedding dress with combat boots.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
That's it? That's all we
That's
get?
the name of my, well,
That's all we get?
okay, so I was going through something a couple of years ago,
I love it.
and a pastor friend of mine we were in a prayer service. A pastor friend of ours stopped right in the middle of our prayer because I was going through something and I needed prayer. And he stopped. He said, Lily, when I was praying over you, I just saw this vision. I just saw you standing somewhere, and you were wearing a wedding dress, but you had combat boots on. And I could not get that out of my head. So the more I thought about it, I said, okay, there's another book in that. So, being a child of Christ, we have our wedding dress on. We are ready for the Lord at all times. But I'm always fighting a battle. And I have to keep those boots laced up, it's just like, so I even have the picture of the cover in my mind. So that's all I'm going to say. But I basically picked up where I left off and shared a lot. And, speaking honestly, we talked about being transparent. This month has been hard in many ways, the last few months, but we were supposed to go to Israel this month in June, was our 15th trip. But what was even more exciting to me, I love going to Israel. I could just, every week I could go there, is we were going to Poland after Israel. We were going to spend 4 days in Poland and retrace my parents' footsteps. So my entire family was going, all of my grandchildren, my family and their spouses, and a few close friends. We rented a bus, and we were going to go to Warsaw. We were going to Częstochowa, the town they were born. We were going to go to the graveyard where some of my family was buried. We were going to look up records and go to Treblinka concentration camp. I mean, we had it all planned out. And it just broke my heart when we had to cancel till 2021. And that was hard this month. I mean, I went through a few days of I get teary-eyed when I thought about it. I've always wanted to do that. So God willing, we will again. And then, of all things, Uncle Dave Macon Day's canceled. I mean, come on. What could be worse?
They changed. They changed. Here we are. We're doing it differently. But
and we're very eager to be in person in a live musical setting really soon. We're very eager to do that. So
September is a good time, or October. It doesn't have to be June.
It doesn't have to be hot, right?
It doesn't have to be hot. Like 100-degree hot.
And we love this festival. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We had such a blast when we were there. And
well, we were talking about too last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it 2 years ago? Was the last time we got to actually perform on the stage, but we were supposed to play last year, and we were in the parking lot ready to set up, and it's when the storm came in, and they had to cancel the concerts that evening. So we didn't even get to sing, and so here we are this year. Maybe we're bad luck. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't look to Isaac. But I want to say, Marcia, that we are planning to go to Israel next June. The trip that was supposed to happen this month or last month, we had to postpone. So we put it far enough out so that everything can settle down, and that we can hopefully get past all this coronavirus stuff, and all the countries will be back open by then. And so for anybody that's ever wanted to tour the Holy Land, we take a group of people, and Marcia, you should come with us. But anyway, we have a 11-day tour of Israel planned in June of next year. And it is a life-changing thing. And it's something that we love. We started a nonprofit to bless Israel called the Fishman Isaacs Israel Initiative. Fishman is Mom's maiden name. And so we were able to give away about $100,000 last year when we went to Israel. And we blessed Holocaust survivors and Israeli orphans and Israeli soldiers. And it was wonderful to be able to meet them and give them these gifts that we raised. And, on behalf of all of their American friends and people that love them and pray for them and love Israel. And, the Lord said, I'll bless those that bless my people. And so it truly has been a blessing for us to get to do that. And so if anybody's interested in going to Israel with the Isaacs and our co-host Tim Menzies,
yes,
we have information also on the Isaacs.com. Is it on there? It's on our Facebook page, the Isaacs, for sure. So we'd love to have you join us. And there's a worry-free cancellation through February 21st.
That's good.
So it's a full refund up to February 21st. But I would encourage people that are interested to go ahead and make your deposit. Give yourself something to look forward to, and don't wait until it gets filled up, because I probably will. People are ready to have some adventure and fun.
I know I am.
Absolutely. Adventure, and also the music. Music is so powerful and so healing, and we all agree on that. I just know that we need we need new music from the I-6.
What's coming?
What is some encouraging words for your friends and family that are going through this this time? Some days are happy, and some days are comfort, and some days are really sad, and some days are scary. What are some words of encouragement?
Well, I'll start and then I'll let her say something. I think I have experienced every emotion that is ever, you know? I mean, I've been angry, I've been depressed, I've been lonely, I've been happy one day, I mean, anxious, I felt panic, I felt concern, and, you know, just everything you can imagine I felt. But I think what saves me is in the morning, I can't wait to get up in the morning. Like, I don't know why. The minute there's a little bit of light comes through my window, I want to get up and face the day. And I have my prayer time in the morning. That's what I do. I spend time with the Lord, just me and God. I read scriptures. I read Psalms 91 every day, which talks about God's feathers covering us through every kind of disaster you can imagine. Psalm 91, yes.
Got it.
And I read that whole chapter, and then I begin to pray and thank God. And it's just like that 15, 20, 30 minutes in the morning, it just lifts me up. And, you know, it doesn't take all the anxiety away. It should, but being human. But I think
She has a lot of anxiety.
I do. I can't help it.
She's a good challenge for
I
Lord.
worry about, I don't only worry about me, I worry about my family, I worry about our business, I worry about our band, I worry about different things, you know. But I think my advice would be, you know, we have no control of this situation. You can do what you can do, be safe, stay safe yourself, protect your family. But other than that, it's out of our hands. So we have to trust in God. You have to just take a deep breath. And sometimes I do this, and then I'll let Sonia speak. This is an exercise I've learned.
Okay.
I do it sometimes. I'll just take a really, really slow, deep breath. And while I'm breathing in, I breathe in the Spirit of the Lord. I just close my eyes and I think, Lord, I want to take all this in, and I just go, and I breathe it in, I hold my breath, and then I slowly breathe out, and I cover everything that's around me with that spirit that I felt when I breathed in. And I do that 3 or 4 times, and then I'm automatically calm. It's like I breathe in the Spirit of God. I just feel like I take it all in, and I breathe it out. And it's worked.
It's good.
I do that. I did that. I just had a recent test done, routine test that I have done in the hospital. And you know, when they give you anesthesia, you're laying on the bed and put you to sleep. You don't know you're going to sleep. But the minute they put that IV in my hand, in my arm, I start doing that. I breathe the Holy Spirit in, and I just breathe out. Next thing you know, I'm awake in recovery. I'm just saying, it's just like something I do all the time.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, because I know there's going to be more that you just encouraged and gave us little few tips to do and start out. I know I'm doing that with you, breathing in the Spirit of the Lord. I love that. Sonia?
I think, you know, when I think about the situation of America today, or the world, or the things that I don't believe God caused, but for some reason he's allowed, I think about Noah and the ark. And, you know, God allowed the flood. God can stop, or he can do anything that he wants to do. And he didn't stop the flood from happening, but he did speak to Noah. And he did tell Noah what to do to prepare. He did tell Noah, build an ark, get your family, get the animals, get food. So Noah and his family were saved because he listened to the voice of God. The most important thing that we can do in these trying times, in these uncertain times, is pray and listen for the voice of God to direct us, because even if he chooses to allow this pandemic or whatever happens in our country, our future, as long as we are listening to the voice of God, we are going to be okay. We will have an ark, okay? And not only will we have an ark, but we'll have a brighter future when we're on the other side of this. So let's trust in the Lord, lean not to our own understanding, but listen to God, spend time with him, and really seek him with all of our hearts, because he's the one that knows what tomorrow brings, and he can prepare an ark for us. Each one of us will have an ark to safety. No matter what happens around us, we are in control. And hey, it's a win-win, because if it's our time to go, we're going to a better land anyway. So that brings me a lot of comfort. He didn't stop the flood, but he gave Noah the ark. So let's listen to God.
So smart.
Let's listen to God's voice. Let him lead us. Pray for wisdom. We need wisdom to know what to do next, to plant a garden. We need wisdom to know what's going to happen. And God can lead us and show us before things happen what to do to prepare. So that's where I'm finding, the most peace, and just trusting the Lord and knowing that he's got it. He's not caught off guard or surprised by any of this stuff that's going on. He knew it was coming, and he will take care of his own. Amen. And Jesus loves you, everybody, just in case, because I forget we're not really necessarily doing a gospel show here, which is what we typically do. But for those that are watching that may not be used to what we're talking about, God loves you, and he's for you, and he wants to walk with you and have a personal relationship with you. And just go to John 3:16 and read it and do it and give him a chance, because we all need him, especially in these days ahead.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory God bless you all.
It's so powerful. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your heart and your faith and the good news with new music and more to come with Israel in 2021.
We love you guys.
Love you too.
City Tile and Floor Covering offers the largest selection of floor options in Rutherford County, specializing in hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl, carpet, porcelain, or ceramic tile, and a great selection of rugs. Serving Middle Tennessee for over 60 years with quality products and honest, dependable service. Visit City Tile and Floor Covering, located at 223 South Spring Street, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, or call 615-933-2881. 615-933-2881, City Tile and Floor Covering. We're honored to have Rutherford County Mayor, Mr. Bill Ketron. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much. Glad to be here, and thank you for inviting me to come down.
It's our honor. I know COVID-19 has changed everything because Roots Rendezvous is online, but tell us a little bit how COVID-19 has also changed everything in your position.
Well, going all the way back to March when all this exploded, it had our whole county, all of our residents in fear, and then we shut down all the businesses. It was kind of touch and go, trying to make the right decision. In my lifetime, I've never faced, especially in a leadership position or just growing up here in Murfreesboro, never faced a pandemic, and it created issues for all of us in leadership, all the mayors in Rutherford County, including myself as the county mayor. It created issues, and we had to rely on our medical professionals. At the hospitals, we had to rely on our medical doctors. We had to rely on our ambulance drivers, our director of public safety. We had to pull everybody together collectively to try to figure out what's best for our citizens in our community. And of course, you've seen what we've all gone through, and then there seemed to be kind of a lax of not being as concerned. And now we're facing whether to wear a mask or not mask because our numbers are continuing to escalate. As we start to, I know the school board, the county school board is going to be meeting tomorrow night to vote on whether to wear a mask or not. So as we start back to school, MTSU just issued just a few moments ago an edict saying that they are masking on campus at MTSU, trying to prepare for 23,000 students getting ready to come back within a couple of weeks. Fortunately, this past week, your big box stores, the big corporations stepped out: Kroger, Publix, Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's. They're all saying, we are making it mandatory, you can't come in. But the key is, how do you enforce it? And a lot of people, it's about 50-50 on the calls we get in the county mayor's office. 50% of the population are for wearing masks, 50% are against. They don't like government telling them what to do by mandating a mask. Well, this is a little bit different than mandating that you wear a seatbelt or mandating that you stop at a stop sign. Those things have been dictated in the green books. This is not. That is not annotated code passed by the state legislature. This is an executive order that have come down from the governor.
Wow. Thank you so much for doing your part.
Sorry, that was a little lengthy, but you asked, it had to cover a lot of information in a short period of
Perfect question
time.
and from the heart. So thank you. Perfect answer from the heart. We appreciate that. And we're wearing our mask today. I care about you and your loved ones, and thank you for wearing your mask as well.
Thank you.
So do your part and wear your mask.
Absolutely.
Until we know more. Tell me more about this amazing, beautiful barbershop pool hall that is so historic. It's been on the square over 100 years, and you have some pretty great memories of this place.
Absolutely. Let's see. There's some stories I don't want to tell, but My days go back to when Mr. Norris Lovern owned it. He was the owner. And of course, I was on the basketball team with Coach Lee Pate at the old Central High School when it was the only high school in town. And so when we traveled with the basketball team, we didn't have a bus or anything. So we went in Mr. Pate's car, the assistant principal's car, and Norris Lovern's Cadillac. So I always got to ride in Norris Lovern's Cadillac whenever we went to Sparta or Columbia and played basketball. So some of the tales that Norris would tell on the other coaches that he knew that nobody else knew, I would hear a lot of things about the history of our coaches back then and in the late 60s and early 70s. But Norris was quite a character. Most people have forgotten him now, but this used to be a hopping place when I was in high school. You'd come down here and you'd put your quarter up on the table to get the next game. And, was it gone up to $1 now? You got to put $1 to reserve the next game. I don't know if it's still a quarter or not, but now that nobody's giving change anymore, I don't know what you're going to reserve it with. But this is an historic place in Murfreesboro, always has been. And as I said when I walked in, I hadn't been in such a long time. It looks much, much nicer than what it was when I was coming down here. If you lost a game to somebody that was bigger than you, I referred back to that song from back in the 70s, "Give me 3 steps, mister, give me 3 steps," as I head to the door. But this is Pastime is a great place, and I'm just glad it's still part of our community after all these decades of our history.
It's a beautiful footprint of the history.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there used to be another pool hall up the road, right up the street here on Maple. So we had 2, actually, when we had parking meters outside, and everybody would try to run back out as they were halfway through the game so they wouldn't get a ticket. Those were different times.
Well, and this is a family business, family run, and you can bring your children in, get the haircut and have a friendly game of pool, and maybe introduce your young and your youth to a great game of pool.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I never did get the snooker game down. I was pretty good at the 8-ball, but not the snooker part.
What encouraging words do you have before we end today for the people of Rutherford County?
Well, whatever crisis has ever come before Rutherford County in my time of 67 years being here, Rutherford County's strong. We'll always continue to be strong. We're a great community. We always are faced with challenges and we respond, whether it be a flood, tornado, any type of crisis that comes to our community, or even growth. We're addressing, that's another crisis that we're facing, is growth and traffic congestion. Those are all issues that we deal with, but it's a great community to raise a family. We're soon to be the 4th largest county in the state of Tennessee. Once this new census is done at the end of the year, we'll be larger than Hamilton County, so we'll be the 4th largest county. But someplace I'm proud of to say I'm from Rutherford County, Tennessee.
Thank you so much. We're honored that you joined us today, and thank you for your encouraging words.
You're quite welcome. Thank you so much, and go Pastime.
The award-winning Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department provides opportunities for safe recreational activities through a network of parks, facilities, and open spaces. Explore historic Cannonsburg Village, play tennis at Old Fort Park, hike along the beautiful Stones River Greenway, or take advantage of hundreds of other options. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation, proud sponsors of Roots Rendezvous. Main Street, Murfreesboro downtown. Thank you for 35 years of business and for helping us maintain, enhance, and promote the historic downtown as the heart of the community. Main Street provides free, family-friendly outside events on the historic Courthouse Square. For upcoming events, visit mainstreetmurfreesboro.org. Hello to Lane Crooks watching in Shreveport, Louisiana. He's a great supporter of the dancer community. We love you, Lane. Thanks for watching. And Glitter Granny, also known as Miss Candy Bass, one of the award-winning Distinguished Highway Heroes, a lady truck driver with over 4 million safe miles. The TA in Nashville by the stadium, it's hers. Well, it's named after her. It's known in the trucking industry as the Candy Store. We love our Glitter Granny. She loves glitter, and she's a granny to all of us, so I named her Glitter Granny. We love and appreciate our truck drivers, and remember, if you bought it, a trucker brought it. Hello to Margaret Teague watching in Springfield, Missouri. And our final performance today also comes from the Show Me State, Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Grammy Award winner and Queen of Bluegrass Music and her award-winning band, The Rage, have stayed busy during quarantine, working on new music, and they will be debuting new songs for us today. Let's enjoy Rhonda Vincent and The Rage. Today, I'm so honored to get to visit with my friend, but she is a Grammy Award winner. She is a singer, a songwriter, and soon to be the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry. Welcome in, and hello, Rhonda Vincent.
Hello, Marcia.
Where are you broadcasting from?
Well, I'm in my dining room, I guess, or the kitchen dining room. We moved to the lake September 2019, which is an amazing place to be right now. And during the last few months, you can kind of see the balcony. It overlooks the lake, and I call it the serenity room. You can go there, look at the water, and just, you know what, so peaceful.
That's nice. You're in Missouri, your home state?
Oh yes, it's in Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. Right in the middle of the state, sort of.
Very nice. Have you watched the movie, the Netflix Ozark yet?
I have not. I hear, you know what, every time I say hello from Lake of the Ozarks, they're like, oh, do you watch the show? I've heard so much about it, I feel like I've watched it. But they tell me that it's not, I don't think it's exactly, I think it's been dramatized, I guess, a little bit.
Absolutely.
We don't really see any of that drama here because it's just, we fish, we've caught a lot of fish, and they've been swimming this summer. It's our first summer ever living at the lake. We've usually spent the spring and the fall, but it's the first summer, and you know, we've never had so much company ever in our lives.
I can
through our whole married life. Get a lake house, and guess what? Non-stop come. It's like, who's coming in today?
Well, I follow you on your social media, and we'll talk a little bit about quarantine because you have been very busy during quarantine. Not only performing, and you've done a few shows, and also with the online festivals, but that lake house and fishing, and all of that has kept you pretty busy during quarantine as well.
It has. It's been amazing. I would just kick on Facebook Live. You know, first I was cooking and listening to all of the live Facebook shows that were going on. So cooking lots of stuff. We ate really, really well like the first month. And it's like, okay, we're gaining so much weight. We've got to cut this out. Herb's hair had grown out. He said, you're going to have to give me a haircut. I'd never given a haircut in my life. He got the clippers and put it on the one guard. My mom said, now use a 2 and a 4, you know, fade it. It's like, he puts the one on and says, just let her rip. I did a Facebook Live of this, and maybe you can play a little bit of that, but woo, he was, people are like, he's going to have a haircut for the rest of the summer, but not true. His hair grows really fast. So,
and you did a great
job. We did the haircut on there. I've tried to, I'm gluten-free right now for health reasons. And I tried to bake gluten-free rolls. They came out like Ellie Mae's. I mean, they were hard as a rock. So one of the Facebook Lives, he comes down with his golf club with the driver and tees up one of the rolls and hits it in the lake. And you know what? It didn't even crumble. That's really, really bad. Really bad.
It's there somewhere.
Yes, it is. So fishing, he caught this big catfish. This is the one that it's over 6 million views. It went viral immediately. The comments in itself are hilarious. People are not very nice. Either they said, she talks too much. I would never take her fishing with me. I wish she would shut up. Other people are like, he is so mean to you. You know, he's like, get the net. And I'm like, I'm doing a Facebook Live. I don't care. So the comments are very entertaining. But anyway, he got this catfish in, and it's talking to me. And so it's pretty interesting. I've never talked to a catfish before.
Oh.
And then I didn't know. I mean, how do you tell what gender a catfish is? Do we know?
I don't know.
That's a girl. That's a female. And then when he went to throw her out of the boat, it slipped off of there, and she hit on the side of the boat. So then they think he's inhumane. So the comments, at least he sent her back. It was a pregnant female catfish, and he threw her back in. She lived. And some people didn't watch. They said, I can't watch. He's going to butcher her up. It's like, no, she lived. You should have watched to the end. Yeah, lots of fun here.
You have such a great guy, great life partner.
I do.
And the adventures, not only with your musical career, you know, it's the adventures during this time. If you're at home, it's what a blessing to have someone that you like and you're having fun with. So
boy, no kidding, that's for sure. Hey everybody, we are Rhonda Vincent and the Rage. Say hey everybody.
Hey, everybody.
We have some songs that maybe, you know, will relate to the time that we have been off of the road and been staying at home. So and we've been working on a new project. We're here in the studio, and we want to share some of the brand new songs. And this is one in particular. You might have heard this before with a few other words, but it's been rewritten thanks to Chuck Mead. And we've adapted it to Rhonda Vincent and the Rage. And it's one that says, I ain't been nowhere. I was traveling along, playing everywhere we could, when along came a virus and took away our livelihood. Somebody picked it up and spread it worldwide, and now for a while we have to all stay inside. You ask me how I'm doing, and if I've washed my hands, and I say, listen bud, I've had about as much as I can stand. I ain't been nowhere, man. I ain't been nowhere, man. Been sitting in my chair, man. Growing out my hair, man. Sleeping, I've done my share, man. I ain't been nowhere. I've been to bedroom, bathroom, living room, dining room, attic, basement, just to find an old room. Hallway, driveway, same place as yesterday. Go cook, read a book, jog around the breakfast nook, glass click, get a drink straight from the kitchen sink. Can't think, eyes bleed, man, do my clothes stink. I ain't been nowhere, man. I ain't been nowhere, man. Been sleeping in my chair, man. Growing out my hair, man. Sleeping, I've done my share, man. I ain't been nowhere. I'm playing Yahtzee, Jigsaw, Scrabble, and Monopoly, Jenga, checkers, Cards Against Humanity, Fortnite, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto 5, Battleground, Backhand, Black Ops, Stay Alive, Obstacle Course, with Herbs, old golf balls, Mousetrap, Ping Pong, Happy Hour, Zoom call. I ain't been nowhere, man. I ain't been nowhere, man. Sleeping in my chair, man. Growing out my hair, man. Sleeping, I've done my share, man. I ain't been nowhere. I'm watching Netflix, Apple, Disney, and Amazon, YouTube, Roku, Hulu with my jammies on. Star Wars, Star Trek, Ozarks, getting dark, cleaned up, dirty up, organized all around. Lysol, quarantine. See what I mean now? I ain't been nowhere, man. I ain't been nowhere, man. Sitting in my chair, man. Growing out my hair, man. Sleeping, I've done my chair, man. We ain't been nowhere. Oh, it's Rhonda Vincent and the Rage here on this virtual festival. We're thrilled to get to join you. We're here in Nashville, Tennessee, working on a new project, and that one's going to be on there. It's got a lot of words, and I'm out of breath after that.
what are some words of encouragement for your friends and fans out there? I mean, we see you having fun and we watch you and we miss you and the band.
Oh, we miss
But
being out there.
some people are struggling with, you know, maybe it was fun being home for a month. I don't know. We're just all
Yeah.
going through this together.
It was, you know, it is fun being home. We're in a really great place. I'm with a wonderful husband, 36 years we've been married. It'll be 37 on Christmas Eve. So you know what, it starts with that, you know, that you have number one, your faith in God. If you don't have the faith, this would be very scary. We've never worried. We've just said, you know what, Lord, whatever your will is. And I think you want to make the most of life. We're not here to be miserable or scared and you know what, we just have lived our life. We've done our thing and we continue to do that. And we just continue to have faith. Now I started, we found a church here called the Old Time Gospel Church. And I have to say, Sister Margaret gives an incredible Sunday school lesson. And I want to be as inspiring as she is. So inspiring, and she has complete and utter faith. And she has been a real a constant into, you know, I think giving us inspiration. That she goes, I'm 92, and if you know, I'm here to do God's will, whatever He wants to do. But she says He's not going to give this to me. So it's like, what faith that is. But either way, you know, we're just so thankful. We're very blessed and so very thankful. Whatever He gives us, if we get to be just the two of us, we get to have lots of company, whatever it is. I think the main thing is just holding your strength and putting your faith in God and saying, Lord, and I tried to do this every day, because every time I try to make something, my life, what I want it to be, it doesn't work. You know, it doesn't work out. And people have said, okay, this is one of the greatest years of my life. I've just been asked to, you know, invited to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry. So there are so many wonderful things to be thankful for, that I look positive things. Life is not always going to be smiles and good times. So I think you make the most of it, no matter where you are, no matter what you are. Just put your faith in God and give Him, you know, let His will. Like I'll pray, Lord, please bring your will into my life. Well, we have freedom of choice. God does not force us to do anything. So the thing I have to pray for next is, let me accept your will, because I can pray for that will. And then if I go, whoop, nope, I'm taking the reins. Because I want to do this. So many things that God gives us, so many wonderful signs, such as Mother's Day weekend. I after being with her for 80 straight days, I came to Nashville, Tennessee to spend that time with my daughters, with Sally and Tinsel. That's all we had planned. And there's really no shows. There's no opportunity. Do you know? And only God could have done this. I ended up being on 2 TV shows, sang 2 songs, and played mandolin with Dolly Parton for a new recording coming out. Hopefully I can say that without getting in trouble.
Coming out.
Anyway, watch for that in a few months. And was in the Charlie Daniels video, Geechee Geechee Ya Ya Blues. I mean, and how timely for that, you know, that is like the last thing that I got to do with Charlie Daniels. So I didn't even foresee that. I came to Nashville on Mother's Day weekend. A week later, 10 days, I have done all these things only by the grace of God, only by the grace of God. And I just encourage everyone to keep the faith, put your faith in God, because the earth, the man they will disappoint you every single time. There's only one constant. And I give God all the glory, because we just are so very thankful. We continue to have a great time. We tour so much. What are the chances? I've heard from my band members that say, I have never spent this much time with my family. I am so grateful for this time to spend a time, you know, knowing it, you know, this could change at any moment. This could be a life change. And I just pray that I'm accepting of whatever it is, and making the most of that. We did a show July 11th. It went very, very well for those who want to get out. And you know what? Not to force anybody. If you don't want to be exposed, or if you don't want to get out, there were folks that drove down from Chicago. They stayed near their car in their lawn chairs with their masks on outside. They said, we want to hear the music. We're not going to be around anybody. Other people, you know, so whatever it is, just keep the faith. you know what? Only you can choose to have a great day. So, choose that. Let's make it a happy day.
Amen, sister. Beautiful, encouraging words.
What have you guys been doing? So let's see. Let's start with Hunter Berry. Hunter, come over here. Hunter's been in the group. I think this is like 19 years that Hunter has been in our band as a member of the Rage, the longest member of Rhonda Vincent and the Rage. So what in the world have you been doing during our time off? You always said you needed like several days off. Well, this was your opportunity. What did you choose to do, Hunter?
Well, I've actually been teaching at ETSU, and of course, since the virus, I've been doing all my teaching online, and it's been fun. It's okay. It's not bad, and I've been trying to stay in and not get sick, and I haven't been sick thus far, so it's a good thing. But teaching's about it.
We showed up here with masks and gloves, and as things open up more, and things are opening up now, so but we are taking precautions as we arrived here, but it's kind of hard to play with masks and sing with mask and gloves on, so
that's right.
We had to take them off. Next up, Mickey Harris. Now Mickey he's like 19 years for Hunter, 18 years, I think, for Mickey. Right. Mickey's played bass, he sings, has his own projects. All of these guys do. And so what is it that you have been doing, Mickey Harris here?
Been spending a lot of time with my family, of course.
So you have a wife, Crystal?
A wife and 2 children. So it's been a great blessing to be able to spend all this time with them after 18 years on the road with Rhonda. Because you know how much we play. So.
That's right.
I also had the opportunity to tear down an old cabin that I grew up in, built out of a house that I grew up in, and a neighbor gave it to me, so I took it down and have plans to put it back up one day. So
that's right.
I've been doing a lot of things. I don't have enough time to tell you. So.
Well, he's like the handiest man around because he can fix anything with duct tape and a paper clip, and I can't imagine the great work that he's been doing. So you know what? Before I introduce the rest of these guys, let's do another song that we have recorded. This is a classic, an award-winning song, Unchained Melody, done bluegrass style from our brand new project coming soon. Oh, my love, my darling, I hungered for your touch a long, long time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. I guess that's the bluegrass version of Unchained Melodies. It's so exciting to get to do new songs, to share them with you. We wish that we were there.
Speaking of the Grand Ole Opry, with your membership, I was talking with Rhonda a few days ago, and I said, it's kind of like getting a birthday cake. Here's your birthday cake, a lifelong dream. Here's your birthday cake, but you can't eat it yet. So wasn't
that really it?
Wasn't that like April 27th? Help me.
It was February 28th.
February 28th.
February 28th was the invitation.
The invitation.
We left there, and we went to, Jeannie Seeley invited me to be a member on February 28th. Yes. We went from there out west. We played in California and in Arizona. When we our last date, what we played was March 8th in Bakersfield, California. We were set for the induction on March 24th.
Wow.
I mean, and literally it was that week that the Opry closed down. So people are saying, do you know, people think that because of that, I won't get to be a member. You don't think that's true, do you, Marcy?
No, that's not true.
Yeah, there's like, you're not going to get to be a member now. It's like, no.
You know what? It's even going to be even sweeter because we're all going to get
really
together. And it's, congratulations, and so deserving.
Thank you.
So deserving. You, and I love Jeannie Seeley, and I love our Opry family. So when that was going on and the look on your face, I just played the video because the look on your face, I was crying for you, that you were in shock.
I mean, that was my 215th performance on the Opry. And I guess years ago, I already had been at peace with, if this never happens, I'm just thrilled I get to be on the Grand Ole Opry as much as we are. So I never expected that. It was a complete and utter like, and I said, are you serious?
Yes.
And she's like, hello.
So what's the answer? So of course we can follow you on your social media. There's videos on the Opry channel as well of that invitation. Congratulations. I can't wait to be there and stand in the wings and support you 100%. And do a little happy dance.
So you know what? I don't care if it's a year from now, 2 years from now. I have the invitation. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Well, also with IBMA, International Bluegrass Music Association, they just announced the nominees for the award ceremony that will take place later in the year. And congratulations, Female Vocalist of the Year nominee. So, wow, I just think, I don't know how you do it all. I don't know how you do it all and keep up with your brand, which is so important to you. Your bluegrass music, your faith, your relationships. You really inspire us.
Well, thank you. Well, I love it. You know, I think that's what gives me joy, is getting to stay in contact with people. Thank goodness for the internet and for Facebook and getting to connect with people. And, you know, the minute that the internet came out, and I remember it was instant message, because I used to get so depressed in the wintertime because my family, we would play all summer. I mean, and play hard. And then boom, there's no jobs and we're sitting at home and it's cold and it's dark and it's like, once instant message and the internet started, it's like, I can remember Julia works for me, and she's the Rhonda Vincent fan club president, and just does everything behind the scenes that a lot of people don't. She doesn't get enough credit because she's probably the one that's doing everything. But we ended up talking for hours on instant message, and I remember thinking then, it's like, wow, I love this. Just being able to be in contact with people and just, I mean, we might not have talked about anything, just a lot about nothing, just goofy, fun stuff, but it really meant for me mentally, that was really, really good. And I don't think I've really, the wintertime has been great. Well, there's more shows now, I think, in the wintertime too.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the band, The Rage, out on the road real soon. All of your fans and friends. Who are we going to see perform? Who will we see performing with you today?
Well, you'll see Hunter Berry has been in the group now 19 years that he has been a member of The Rage. He's been in my band so long, he's like a son to us. So an incredible fiddle player. But he plays all of these guys. They play everything. They sing every part. He's been working on. I've been hoping that during this quarantine, he has been working on a project that he recorded it live. It just hasn't came out. It's like 8 years now, I think. It's like, come on, Hunter. So anyway, Hunter Berry's on the fiddle. Mickey Harris on my birthday, July 13th of 2020, that made 19 years as a member for him. He joined, we were at the playing the Springer Mountain Farms Bluegrass Nights at the Ryman on my birthday 19 years ago. He came up and said, hey, because he had worked with me for the last 2 years off and on, not officially. And he come up and he said, hey, I've just got engaged. I'm getting married. And if you would like me as a full-time member, I would like to join. So that's a 19-year anniversary for Mickey Harris on the bass and playing everything else. He's from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, too, not so far away from Nashville. Next is Josh Williams, has been in my band twice. Cumulatively, this is his 11th year as a member of the Rage. So he's been in the group a long time. Josh is just one of the most talented guys I know. He plays everything. I mean, he sings every part, plays everything. A featured artist. He's an artist on Rounder Records. But Josh plays everything equally well. I mean, I don't know of an instrument. Sally had her flute one day on the bus. He doesn't play that very well, but it was sure funny to see him play something he doesn't play as good.
Finally.
Yes, finally. I don't know, why are we celebrating a failure anyway? Yes, you can't play the flute. But he plays all the stringed instruments and he plays them all amazingly well, and a great vocalist. So he's originally from the bluegrass state of Kentucky. So and then on banjo, 11 years for Aaron McDarris, who is, he's been in the group 11 years. He's from Missouri. So he's from Hartville, Missouri. And so we have a kindred spirit. We find that our great grandmothers said a lot of the same things, you know? Yes. So Aaron, what a wonderful man that he is, and incredible. And you know, he plays a very special banjo too. If you watch, we have our Live at the Ryman. It was filmed and recorded live at the Ryman with bluegrass legends, Bobby and Sonny Osborne, Jesse McReynolds and Mac Wiseman. And Aaron somehow acquired the Rocky Top banjo from Sonny Osborne. So pretty special that he plays that banjo. And as people hear that, you're gonna hear it as he's gonna be playing on we're debuting 3 brand new songs on the Mother's Day weekend. We also accomplished doing the final tracks for a new album coming out. I don't know when it come out, when we can finish
coming
it.
Soon.
And then our newest member joins us, my son-in-law Brent Burke. He's staying home. Our prayer is maybe for some grandchildren. So he's home. He's gone into a different career, so he can be home with Tinsel and work on some other things. So on dobro, we have Jeff Parton. And Jeff has performed, he's been a member of Mountain Heart, Volume 5. That guy is another Josh Williams. He plays everything, is an incredible singer. So Jeff joins us. He's joined us for a month and a half, and then we're off the road. Yeah. So, but he has a studio at his home. He lives in Georgia and has a studio there. So if anybody's looking to do some recording, he's got the place down there. That is the Rage. I feel so very fortunate to travel with these incredible world-class musicians, and they're so amazing.
You know, it's probably going to change our, maybe the way that we live. I don't know. We've taken extra precautions, and that's okay. But we're open. Things have opened up, and probably by the time that you're seeing this, and maybe everything will be opened up. That's what we hope. And so we have another song, another brand new song. And thank you so much for allowing us to be here with you and to do this virtual festival. Everybody who planned this, I know. So many folks got together to create this. So thank you very much for doing that. And we're really thrilled that we get to be part of it. Before we do this brand new song, though, I want to introduce the rest of the guys to you. And so let's see, 19 years, 18 years. Next, I think would be Mr. Josh Williams. And Josh has been in the group cumulatively. Is it going on 11 years now? Mm-hmm. Wow. Yes, and, he is amazing singer, He's been a guitar player of the year, and he's always our guitar player of the year. So a talented guy. He's from the bluegrass state of Kentucky. Josh, what in the world? Josh Williams, what have you been doing during your time at home?
I ain't been nowhere, man. Not much, just hanging with my kids. That's all I can do, really.
Yeah. I've been in the Lake of the Ozarks fishing with my husband. My husband and I don't know that we've ever spent 60 days together consecutive like that. So we think after 36 years, I think we're going to make it maybe. But it's challenging because we're on the road a lot. So this is way different for us, being home, and it's good too. Okay, so 11 years. Next, I think, is this also going on 11 consecutive years?
Consecutive.
For Aaron. This is Mr. Aaron McDarris.
What's up?
And Aaron is from Hartville, Missouri, but he now lives in Nashville. What in the world have you been doing, Aaron?
Let's see. Hunting, fishing, eating, sleeping, working on a farm, working on drywall.
So you have not, you haven't stopped.
I haven't stopped. Got to make a living.
That's right.
No, it's been good. Spending time with the family has been a lot of fun.
Now, do you, because I know you're a great cook. Do you share like in the cooking duties? Like now that you're home, do you do all the cooking? Or
I'm doing most of it right now.
Are you really?
Yeah. I say that, not all of it,
Yeah,
because I've been working outside sometimes while she cooks. But yeah.
And do you put in a garden?
I've got one started, yes.
Now, do you normally do that, or is this like I'm going to be home, so I'm putting in a garden?
I do. I try to every year. Last year it didn't work out too well, but this year we have had the time to get it planted. So. Yep.
And did you make it more extensive because you're home, or about the same?
Well, no, actually, I've still got a couple rows to plant, but it's been cold, and we've had a couple of frosts actually, so I'm kind of afraid.
Oh, okay,
Should be fine now, but
I see. Yeah. Well, you never know this weather. We never know what it's
crazy.
Going to be.
Very crazy. Yep.
So, and you know what? He just joined us on the Dobro in the middle of the craziness. He just joined us at the beginning of 2020. He is our new Dobro player, Mr. Jeff Parton. So, Jeff, you live in Georgia.
I do.
You have a daughter, a wife, and what have you guys been doing?
Well, we moved into a new house right as all this started. So I've been trying to complete a honey-do list that's about a mile long.
Wow!
So we've been working around the house and
so this was
done.
This was pretty handy for you then.
It actually was.
So you were planning to move before that?
That's right.
And so did you?
We were going to move at the end of the school year because she's a teacher.
Okay.
So, and then once school got canceled, we moved everything in the next day. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You said I'm home
Yeah.
and let's do it.
Yep.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So that's about all I've been up to.
Another talented guy. Now you're putting in a recording studio at your house.
Yep.
Now is that just like a private studio, or could like Rhonda Vincent and the Rage come there and record sometime?
Oh yeah.
Do you like?
I book people all the time. So.
Okay. Well then maybe while we're home and Jeff gets his house all moved in, his studio done, be sure to check that out. And we'll be hopefully next time we record, we'll get to check that out too.
Fun.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeff Parton. So we got Jeff, Aaron McDarris, Josh Williams, there he is. Mickey Harris, and Hunter Berry. So Hunter, where are you? There's
He's taking a stroll.
Oh, there he
He thinks he's at a festival.
He does think he's at a festival. We hope to see you at a festival very soon. And we're thrilled that we got to be with you through this virtual festival. And one more new song from the new album. And hopefully it'll be out very, very soon if it's not already. And Hunter's going to kick this off. This is an old Porter Wagner song. You might have heard him do this on the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. And it's pretty fitting. It's our sentiment, I guess, that we want to leave you with today. And it says, what is to be will be, and what ain't to be just might happen. Blessings to you, and we hope to see you soon. Just a little bit lighter. Gonna look on the lonely days a little bit brighter. My heart's been thrown around, it ain't done enough laughing. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. It don't do no good, to worry none, just turns your hair gray. Why
tell when love might find you. It could be miles away or right behind you. Some makes you hurt real bad, some makes you happy. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. It don't do no good, don't do no good to worry none, worry none. Turns your hair gray while you're young. Love can make you sing, start your hands a clapping. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. I had a love one time, set me out on a ledge, 14 stories high, standing on the edge. I don't want that kind no more to start my world a cracking. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. It don't do no good, don't do no good to worry none, worry none. Just turns your hair gray while you're young. Now can make you sing, start your hands a clapping. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. Oh, it don't do no good, don't do no good to worry none, worry none. Turns your hair gray while you're young. Love can make you sing, start your hands a clapping. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. What is to be will be, what ain't to be just might happen. Oh, we're Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, and thanks for joining us. Blessings to you. We hope to see you very soon.
Rhonda Vincent and the Rage. Thank you so much, Rhonda.
Thank you, Marcia. Love you.
Love you back. We hope you've had a wonderful time. Thank you to our Roots Rendezvous sponsors, Rutherford County, Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation, Old South Properties, Puckett's Grocery and Restaurant, Main Street Murfreesboro Downtown, Shacklett's Photography, producer of the introduction video of Roots Rendezvous, Woodfin's Funeral Chapels, City Tile, Pastime Barbershop, and Pool Hall. And we appreciate your sponsorship, and we appreciate your trust. And thank you for believing in us. Thank you to our performers today. Wasn't it great? Oh, music is so powerful. Thank you for watching and donating. And it heals our spirit and our soul. So please share music with someone you love. Today's show will be posted at RootsRendezvous.com. So we would appreciate it if you would share with your friends and family who may have missed the show today. You may continue to donate to our musicians as well. I hope this online festival was good medicine for you and your soul. From our team at Roots Rendezvous and Uncle Dave Making Days, we hope you are happy, healthy, and safe. We look forward to being with you again real soon. And stay up to date with our festival lineup and information at RootsRendezvous.com. I'm Marcia Campbell. I wish you happiness and good health. I wish you enough. Godspeed, my friend.